Hello, here again for Self Love Manifestation Part 2. First, I'm going to begin with the banishing of negative energy. So, in order to feel better about yourself, you need to release those negative energies or at least keep them from coming in. Good way to do that, as always, I start with candle magic. I love candle magic, it's one of my favorites, like I mentioned in the last video. We're going to use a black candle. I know it seems like a negative type of candle to use. I suppose it can be used for hexes or to, I don't know what else it's used for. I'm going to have to review that and look into it a little bit more. I don't really practice left handed magic, so I can probably figure that out and put it in the description box if you're interested. But it does repel negativity. It also absorbs negativity from you and pretty much burns it away. With the black candle, the herbs you can use would be black pepper. That's good for protection, releases negative thoughts and jealousy, promotes confidence, and deters gossip. So, yes, I'll be using black pepper. You don't have to. You can just use whichever ones resonate with you, anyways. I'm going to list, like I did last time, all my notes from the video onto the description box as well. Second one is going to be cayenne pepper. It is used for banishing negativity and regaining courage. That does sound like a good one. Unfortunately, I don't have cayenne pepper in my house just yet. I'll have to go get some. Sea salt promotes healing, purification, and banishing. So, always a good thing to have. I use it for cooking anyway, so of course I have that in the house. Sulfur. Never had it in my cabinet, but I'm going to probably have to get it because it drives away negative energies, including negative people. Isn't that nice? It's also used for cleansing. So, sulfur seems like a very good thing to keep around the house, I suppose, now that I looked into it further. So, what I'm going to do, I do have a mixture here that I made pre video. It is olive oil and black pepper with sea salt. You could also use castor oil. It's very good. It brings in justice, peace. Olive oil is good for cleansing, so I stick to that for the most part as a base oil. But I'm going to just take all this, mix it up, and imbue my candle with it. Um, I want to expel the negative energy. So what I'm going to do is try to do it this way before lighting the candle. Also, I have picked a rune to engrave the candle with for today, and that is going to be Thurisas. I'm sure you can see it here. I try to color it a little darker this time. It represents a thorn, but it's defense and protection, an aggressive force when needed. So this is good for protection purposes, of course, for negative energy. Like I mentioned, I always use a little pen with a holder and just engrave that into your candle before lighting. Perfect. It's all ready. What I normally do is, because these candle stands are for regular size tapers, not our mini ones, I just tend to do this. Light it up from the bottom. Let some of that wax melt and force your candle to fit in there. But it also keeps it steady, so that's obviously important. Don't want to cause a fire in your home. I'm going to go ahead and light it here. And that's it. Very simple. You just light a black candle and promote all, just release that negative energy. Sit in front of it, listen to music, anything you wish to do just to repel and cleanse. On to the next one. Herbal tea. I love herbal teas, but for the most part, you can use it as a cleansing and making yourself feel better. So, what I use, and it's very important to do so, is cinnamon. For some reason, cinnamon promotes spirituality, power, and protection. So I use it quite often, even if I'm not just using it for self love and calm. I still like to add just that touch of cinnamon. I do have cinnamon tea here, but you can also use just cinnamon, a dash of cinnamon. And I've already taken it upon myself to do the mixture, but what I put in here is chamomile, promotes love and does purification, reduces anxiety and calms the nerves. Rosemary is used for protection, also bring in love, cognitive health, and memory. Purification and healing. It helps reduce anxiety as well. Bay leaf, protection from negativity, purification, and strength. Finally, cinnamon, which does promote spirituality, power, and protection, as I mentioned. So, have my little mortar thing here. What I'd like to do is crush it up. If you do not have one of these or a tea infuser, then what you can do is just simply get the herbs, put it in a pot. That's what I had to do before I got all my materials together anyway. Um, and boil in water. Simple, easy, and even use that water to just go ahead and make your tea. Just siphon it out. There's the bay leaf, so I am crushing this as well. Just take my infuser and add those items in. That's why it's so nice to have this. I believe I found that on Amazon. It was a pack of two for a certain price. I want to say it was not expensive, like $5 or $6 for two. So that is a pretty good price. Cheapest place I could find it. I've tried searching on like any local other places and just nobody was really carrying them. Even people that sell tea, which was odd. It's like Amazon. It's my go-to when I can't find it anywhere else. So if you do have an infuser, the easiest way to go about this one would just be I use my Keurig. I love my Keurig. It's so much easier with the infuser. So I just dump the infuser inside my cup and let the Keurig run. And if you want to add a tea bag, you add a tea bag and the infuser. Sit it together, push that button to fill up your cup, walk off, and it's just doing it for you. It's awesome. And drink your tea, obviously. Simple, very simple. I do that pretty much daily, so it's the easiest way, definitely, to get some of that and promote the health, promote that energy, bring in love, bring in self love. Gotta feel better about yourself, expel that negativity. You can't continue moving forward and receiving love without feeling love for yourself and know that you are capable of receiving it and that you deserve it. And two much more simpler ones I wanted to put in here were sun gazing. Sun gazing is not pretty much you do have to look at the sun. Not recommended during the like any point in time of day is two specific ones: sunrise and sunset. I do it about 5 minutes. I have terrible eyes enough to begin with. I really don't need to make them any worse than they are. But again, it's up to you. If you're going to do it anyways, or you feel comfortable doing it, then I suggest doing this. I do this with my tea in the morning, sit outside, watch the sunset. I'm up before the crack of dawn anyway, so I just make my tea and sit up on the porch and wait until it comes up. Now, this promotes vitamin D. It also enhances serotonin levels. This is called the feel good hormone, manages mood, focus, and calmness. It helps improve melatonin, which does help with sleep, which obviously would help with your anxiety and just making you overall feeling better. That's perfect for self care and self love that is required to do any of these manifestations. And lastly, it's going to be color magic, the most simple magic possible. You color your nails pink. You wear pink, anything pink. As I said, the rose quartz, wear that. That is wearing pink. That color alone promotes love, brings in love, feel like a feel good, just type self confidence. Pink. So that is basically it. Now, it was a lot shorter than the last one, only because I probably got everything together a little bit better this time. So, like I said, just bear with me. You make mistakes, you move on, you learn how to fix them, and you get better. So, this is a learning process for me as well. Again, as always, if you thought of anything that I might not have mentioned, please feel free to drop a comment. It would help somebody else, and I'm always up for retaining more information. Again, like I said, not everyone knows everything. I just try to cover what I do know and what I have used myself, and hope that this helps someone out there that actually really needs it. So that's just mainly why I'm doing it. Just gotta help others because I know what works for me, and hopefully it can also work for another person. I appreciate everything. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please leave a comment if you thought something I didn't mention. So I would love to learn more, like, as anyone else. So I appreciate everything. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.